We made it to Maine, where we watched sunrise on Cadillac Mountain, said hi to Jordan Pond, and scaled the rocky cliff sides for an epic view. We enjoyed local cafes and restaurants before ending our night cozied up by the fire to end an epic first day in Acadia National Park.
Hey, it's Mike from the future here. Unfortunately, the wind was so strong that it distorted our microphone audio in this clip, but I was pretty much saying that we made it to Cadillac Mountain at around 5:30 in the morning, and the parking lot was surprisingly almost full even though there's a timed entry. We visited in early October and it was frigid at the top with wind chills well into the teens, so definitely dress for the weather when you're visiting.
From May to October, Cadillac Mountain is the first place in the U.S. to see sunrise. You need to secure a vehicle permit through the park website as spots are limited. They are available a few weeks in advance, then again 2 days prior. Arrive early, dress warm, bring a hot cup of coffee, and watch the sunrise over the Atlantic.
Got like 20 more minutes till the sun comes up. It's miserable.
I don't do well with cold.
Then it's asleep.
I don't know if you can hear us because we have the heat blasting.
Yeah, so we saw sunrise. It was really nice. We're back in the car now.
It's 34.
As with everybody else, literally as soon as that sun came up, everybody was like, "Oh, let's get out of here."
It was so cold. Can you see that my hands are so red?
It's 34, and
the wind,
if it
so bad.
the wind will rip through your soul. Like if it wasn't windy, it wouldn't be bad. It would be very doable, even if it was 34 degrees out.
Yeah.
The wind is what makes it absolutely horrible.
The wind was so bad.
But other than that, it was nice. It was a beautiful sunrise.
Yeah.
It came up. It was no clouds, clear as day, and didn't bring any heat with it. But
No, and literally as soon as the sun came up, like people were just like, "Okay, I'm out."
Yeah.
And like we tried to like tough it out as long as we could, but like literally cannot feel my hands.
Yeah, literally everybody got up and left.
And I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants, really long hiking socks, hiking shoes, a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt. I have a puffer jacket and then this big flannel coat and freezing and gloves. And I don't know why, but I have these thin things and they didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I'm wearing 2 pairs of sweatpants and about 4 jackets, and the wind still ripped through my soul. So
Yeah.
so
Ripped through yourself.
if you could take anything from this video, if you're planning to do Cadillac Mountain for sunrise and it's going to be cold, wear something that's very thick and warm because you will freeze your tushy off.
And blankets.
You bring blankets, wear a
We like
snowmobile suit.
sacrificed. We have a blanket, but it is literally under the platform, under our little kitchen, under the refrigerator. It's buried, so we would have had to empty the whole car out in pitch black, and it was just we
Yeah.
do it.
So the best advice is dress warm if it's going to be cold, and don't think that it's not going to be cold because it's going to be cold.
Yeah.
If it says it's going to be 34, it's probably going to feel like 24 or
Yeah.
lower.
Yeah.
So wear something as if you're going out into the Arctic.
All right, time to do a hike and make sure that they have us checked into the campsite.
Yes.
See you guys on our hike.
Woo!
We are on the Jordan Pond Trail to South Bubbles Trail, and we are going clockwise. We were gonna go counterclockwise so we can come down the steepness, but there's a lot of rock scrambling, so we think it might be better to go up it than down it. So we are gonna go clockwise. This trail is a 1.4 mile loop. I'm not sure how to link our all trails or make it so that everybody can take a look at it from our page. So if you want some info on it, make sure you leave a comment. We could put screenshots or detailed information for you about the trail, where to start, where to park, things like that. So just drop a comment and we'll get you guys any info that you're looking for. We made it to Jordan Pond. If you're going to be doing the trail clockwise like us, when you come down, you're going to go right. So you could head up to the scramble. You're not going to come over this little bridge. We're going to scramble up. We're going to go to the bubbles. And we should be able to get a pretty epic view of Jordan Pond from the top.
This is the part where you have to scramble up a big pile of rocks. It doesn't seem too steep as what we heard about online, but seems pretty doable. Easy peasy. So the rock scramble, it's definitely steep, but it's definitely doable. It's like mostly rock stairs most of the way up, so you really don't have to use your hands or feet as much.
As we got closer to the top, the trail became steeper with more involved rock scaling, as you can see here. There's a narrow slit in the rock which requires upper body strength to propel yourself up onto a small ledge. If you want to avoid the rock scrambling in this section of the cliff edge, you can do the hike counterclockwise instead and go back down the same way you came up if you're looking for an easier way to the summit.
Did it. Take back what I said about the scramble. It's easy in the beginning and then it gets progressively harder towards the top. Like we're here, you have to climb through a really thin notch. I mean, I did it with Duncan. Strapped to me, it was challenging. We took our time, make sure everybody was safe, but we made it.
If you're up for the challenge, you'll be rewarded with a beautiful view of the sun cresting over the mountain, Jordan Pond, and the ocean just behind it.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, to the bubbles we now go. This is the bubble, according to all trails. And it's just a giant boulder that looks like it's gonna fall off the cliff any minute. Like it's just hanging on by a thread. It's massive. It's like, it literally is right on the edge. I don't even know how it's still staying there.
All right, so the bubble is a rock that literally just is about to fall. South Bubble is right where we're standing on a big bunch of rocks. We made it. Now we have to rush back to the campsite to make sure we check in before the ranger station closes since we got there late last night. So we're gonna power down this this loop. See you there.
Alright everybody, it's time for another Don't Be a Jerk in the Park, or in this case, in the campground PSA. If you see somebody that has a nice stack of firewood at their campsite, don't touch it, don't steal it, leave it for them, they got it. The reason why I'm going on this rant is because we left early this morning to go to Cadillac Mountain for sunrise and came back and our pile of firewood was magically disappeared. So
5 hours.
we were gone for 5 hours and the wood, all of it, completely gone. So
9:30 we got back.
yeah, we got back at 9:30 in the morning and the firewood was completely gone. So if you see someone else that has firewood, don't touch it, don't steal it, be a good person, do the right thing, be ethical. We all need to do better. So that's my PSA for today. On our way to the visitor center, 52 steps up to the top.
The visitor center was extremely busy, so we did not film inside. After checking into the Blackwoods campground, it was time for coffee. We made our way to Bar Harbor, known as the gateway to Acadia National Park, full of coastal views, tons of activities, and filled with charming shops and restaurants. Once lattes were acquired, it was time to hit the pavement and explore this bustling town. We finally saw a moose.
What?
Finally saw a moose.
Yeah, he's nice. He's got us all hooked up here with all this cool merch.
We are on the Village Green here in Bar Harbor, and we're looking for somewhere to get lunch. So far, a lot of the stores are like super pet friendly, which has been really nice. So Duncan could come in with us. Yeah, we're having a great time. It's a really nice little town. It's super busy, obviously, but it's beautiful here, and this green right in the middle of all of it is really nice to kind of get away from all the commotion of people and like gather yourself and figure out what your next thing is. So yeah, we're gonna figure out what to get for lunch.
Alright, let's get to it. We found lunch at a local spot called Choco Latte Cafe. It's a Mexican style restaurant. We got some burritos and we're looking forward to eating them. They have coffee, pastries, and bagels. A lot of good things, so definitely check them out.
Okay, this black bean burrito is absolutely amazing. If you haven't noticed a theme in the last couple videos, we really love burritos, so definitely get the black bean burrito if you're here. I know we're probably like an anomaly not getting lobster, but we love burritos. They're very good. Been 2 hours since our last coffee, and we're getting more. We have lattes and we're getting more lattes.
We haven't really been splurging that much, so we need to splurge.
Yeah, we haven't. We've been good the whole trip. So we're going crazy now.
Yep.
So we actually just needed a redo because our first lattes were not very good.
No, I'd have to give it like a 4 out of 10. I'm sorry. It was just something that was not right with it. Maybe it was just a bad latte. Somebody was having a bad day at work. I don't know, but
I had high hopes. I got the pumpkin spice latte, and I did not taste any pumpkin.
yeah.
But Mike just got a regular latte, and it had a really weird taste.
It kinda
The milk
tasted-
wasn't.
Yeah. Something was not right, and it just we had to do a do-over.
Yeah.
So our do-over is
Coffee Hound?
Coffee.
Oh no, it's the Stadium Bar Harbor.
Coffee Hound Coffee Company.
I got a s'mores latte. If you remember our Tennessee video, I got a s'mores latte every single time we went to the coffee company. So we'll link that video because it was a really fun time.
And I also got a mocha. No, I didn't.
Moose Tracks.
I got a Moose Tracks latte. I usually get mocha or plain, but I got Moose Tracks, and I'm excited about it.
stopped and got some chocolate peanut butter fudge from the Chocolate Emporium. If you remember our Sedona videos, we stopped for fudge a lot because we really like it, so excited to try some from Maine. After exploring Bar Harbor for a few hours, we headed back into Acadia National Park to explore some more.
We started the park loop drive, and we're gonna do a little bit today and a little bit tomorrow, and we're at our first viewpoint, Otter Cliff viewpoint, and it is absolutely stunning.
Next up, Otter Point Overlook. Acadia National Park in Maine, the first national park east of the Mississippi, was established with lands donated by citizens who wished to preserve scenic vistas, mountain woodlands, and ocean shoreline for public enjoyment. Acadia's boundaries now encompass 48,000 acres on Mount Desert Island, Schoodic Peninsula, and offshore islands. The park is a sanctuary for wildlife from seabirds and songbirds to coyotes, deer, and tide pool creatures.
So we're getting our campfire started, and I just wanted to mention that around Acadia, where we're staying in Acadia National Park, there's a lot of houses that sell firewood bundles for $5 each. So that's what we picked up at somebody's house. It's an honor system, so you just put the money in, take the wood, and that replaces what was stolen from us. Heat. It feels so good. Not gonna be cold tonight. Tonight we're having our first backpacking meal, even though we're not backpacking. Creamy broccoli cheddar rice. I'm excited about it. We never had anything like this before, so this will be fun. Oh, it smells good. The bag has some weight to it too, so this is going to be a Mike approved meal. Oh yeah, this looks great. Just giving it a good mix. That's actually really good. For a backpacking meal, it's got my approval.
As promised, here's the fudge. We got chocolate peanut butter because that's our go-to. Let's give this sucker a try. This is huge. We got a 1/4 pound, and that's a massive slice. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna bite into it.
What?
No.
Did you lose it? Well, I wouldn't eat that.
Oh no. But we still got this.
Oh, that just means we have to go get more, that's all.
The ice cream was expensive as heck, so I have no problem going back and getting another round of fudge for the ride home. We have a very long ride home. We'll fuel it with fudge.
A pound or two.
Nothing wrong with that.
Did you eat it yet or not yet?
Oh, I did. It was very good.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tend to the fire now. That would be in the bloopers. Alright, man.